All right, hey, all of my scrapbooking friends. I am back today with a few quick, hopefully quick, a few quick scrapbooking pages as I continue my journey with trying to fill my kids' scrapbook page or scrapbooks up and as quickly as I possibly can. I have a little series going on here. I will tag it up in the little I above or in the description below. But if you know anything about me, I have always loved scrapbooking, but I ended up giving it up for when I had my youngest. Pretty much I still did a little bit with my oldest, but with my youngest, he took my scrapbooking room to be a nursery, obviously, and then and then I just did not have the time because I was starting a new job, and yeah, so we're here. So anyways, this first one is actually when I seen Krystal Unite do this one for her story kit crush. I was like, oh yes, I need to do this. I have the digitals. I get the digitals of everything. She does not. She does the product, but I get the digitals of everything. I should have had my silhouette cut this out, but it is what it is. And I obviously had just taken pictures of my kids, you know, on the last day of school. And that was kind of what she was kind of documenting, is like her, you know, kids going through school also. So yeah, I'm going to kind of do almost the same thing. I'm going to stamp a little bit more than what she did. I'm going to stamp my title. I think she used a 3x4 card, but, in this series, pretty much I take a sketch or an idea, something like this, and do it for both of my children, so that I don't have to think about it as much, and especially for the stories that they have the same of. So like first day of school, last day of school, you know, birthdays, that kind of thing. Something where they're both doing the same thing. So I will show you kind of, guys, what I'm talking about. So this is one right here where we did the summer, same event, pretty much. They were doing the same exact thing. And so that was my youngest sons and my oldest sons. So same exact spread, pretty much, just a little bit different. And I put it in both of their albums. So this one actually will be going in our newest albums, though, as my Life Crafted albums are for anything 2020 and before, pretty much, or actually 2019, honestly, because 2020 will get put into, eventually I will get a Project Life done of 2020, whether it be monthly or, you know, a little bit of a, I'm planning on doing a little bit of a hybrid part of that, like a condensed. There we go. Condensed is the word I'm looking for. So, all right. So I'm going to put you guys on fast forward, as that is enough talking while I fussy cut these a little bit out. But let's get that set up. And then I think in this video, I will put together, I have several. So, actually, yeah, the other two. So I'm going to put this one together, and then I did a print out their last day of school. Oh wait, this is for this one. This is for this one. I'm sorry. So that was for that page. And then I printed out their first day of school for 2021 to get in, which was the start of, obviously, distance learning. So, and I'm using Tracy Reed's homeschool home days, I think, or hate days type thing. So anyways, we're going to do all 4 of these spreads in this video, just to kind of show you guys how it is, like, it just goes together super easy for me. Ooh, I forgot to leave spots for, oh no, these are 3x8s. This is going into 3x8 thing. Perfect. I was going to say, I forgot to leave things. So the other thing, so this is the right story, like I said, so this is going to be a Story Kit Crush. One thing that Krystal had were the Puffy stickers. I don't have the Puffy stickers as I have the digital. But in order to make these a little bit more, I guess, thick or dimensional, that type of thing, I have used my Silhouette to cut out one of the pencils, and I am just going to put a few pieces of, and it looks like actually I didn't cut enough. I only cut 2, or did I only cut 1? No, I cut 2 for each. Maybe 2 for each, I think is good. Okay, anyways, I'm going to layer this. This is a technique I've pretty much come from like the card making ladies, Jennifer McGuire and all that kind of stuff, to make them a little bit more dimensional without foam tape. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going to do here. So let's get going. You're going to see how quickly this comes together. Like I said, I am going to stamp the title, so that will probably be most of it, and I'm going to die cut that out, I think, and get this finished because it's 11 o'clock at night and I need to get my kid to bed. It's summer here. We don't need to go to bed. But no, they need to get to bed. So I might go put him to bed before I get to stamping. And yeah, let's see if we can get all 4 of these done in less than an hour, like before midnight. Yay. Let's get going. All right, friends, so this is me coming to you from a future me and voice-overing all this kind of stuff. What you are going to find here soon is I never did finish and I actually still haven't finished the second portion of this, and then come to, yeah, it wasn't even a Story Kit Crush kit. So I was just like, oh, I don't know why I'm trying to put these 2 together. Anyways. So finishing this one up, this is going to come together very quickly, and like I said, this was highly inspired by Krystal in Unite, and honestly, the next spread that I'm going to put in this video is also inspired by her, so I figured, well, there we go. There's the connection between the 2, so let's get those done. But yeah, so I mentioned that I don't have those puffy stickers, so I just layered those to make them a little bit more dimensional, and then put those down. Again, I am always trying to knock out pages for both of my children and using the same concept for both kids. Sometimes, like you're going to see in the next spread, just changing it up just a smidge definitely helps me get those done quicker. So there was that part of it all done, and now I just took my Jane Alphas from L Studio, and I have the dies for these, so I don't have to fussy cut those out. Amazing, absolutely freaking amazing, saves me so much time. And we're going to put down, it took forever to try and figure out this title, I have no idea, but pretty much it just says all done, because I was trying to document the end of the year, of course, and just things that we had learned through the year, especially with my oldest being a freshman, and my youngest finally to a grade that isn't crazy with no face-to-face or anything like that, and getting a lot of proper medication that he's needed. We learned a lot this year, so there's that, and those are just going to get slid into a 3x8 pocket in their albums. So, all right, so here we are moving on to the next one. So not quite a Story Kit Crush, but these are from the June Stories by the Month. And again, I always get the digitals of everything. Just works for me. So I always am trying to go through and use each element just like I would if I had the physical kit. So I pretty much print out the preview of the kit, and once I'm done using that product, I just mark it off that I've used it, and so that I can kind of move on. I always will have these supplies, of course, so that's awesome, but at least I know that I am using my digitals. So here we are. We have the speech bubbles from the June Stories by the Month. And I just wanted to document my kids right now. And I used a interview that is for a little bit older children because like I have a 14 and a 9. And so like the typical little interviews for children were kind of silly for them. But a lot of the questions are kind of still the same. So I just asked them, I think, 5 or 6 questions each and put these around them. Again, simple, easy spreads, and so that we can kind of just move on and embellish them a little bit like I am doing here. I use asterisks for my oldest. I have a ton of these just laying around that I never use. Okay, and then just some examples of the questions that I asked him are like things that you were proud of. My youngest son said doing something right in life. My oldest son, I believe, said like getting an A on a test. I asked them what annoys you right now. My youngest says when people don't do something right. We had a conversation about that. My oldest said when there's not food around. And yeah, that's a typical teenage boy, right? Something that is... What is something that you think is going to change once you're an adult? My oldest son said the economy, which was very crazy that they would pick something like that. And my youngest son said money. He said that how we spend money will change. The next question was something that you love about yourself. My oldest son said his height, and my youngest said his personality. And what do you want to be when you get older? Because of course that's always the typical answer. My oldest said an engineer or something, and my youngest said a professional athlete or gamer. So kind of fun to still see how they are, even as they get older and older, how they answer those questions. So the last thing I'm going to do here that you're about to see is that I just stamped out their names and their age in the Lizzie Alpha stamp from L Studio, and had to fussy cut those ones out, of course. But usually I just stamp those out, take them upstairs, watch a show or a YouTube video, and get those all done. I do use stars for his embellishment on these from L Studio. And yeah, and that's about it. So thank you guys so much for being here. I love being able to get these spreads done. I'm pretty sure that these 4 spreads probably took me about an hour, like I was talking about in the beginning, especially this one. This was pretty simple and easy. A lot of it was done on the computer and just sizing things right and recoloring. So I would love if you would hit that subscribe button if you are new here. And if you are not, I would love to hear how you are scrapbooking this summer. Are you taking a hiatus for the summer and just do your scrapbooking in the winter? Or do you scrapbook all year? I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.